Hello my lovelies, welcome back to another vlog, and I thought we would go back to basics today and just do a couple days slash maybe a week if we're feeling that crazy in my life. And I don't really know why I started it today because I have no plans, but I think I've got like a few little like errands that I want to run. I have to send a Vinted parcel, I have to return a TikTok shop order, and that might be it. I do want to do a bookshop at some point, but I might do that tomorrow. It is currently 10:30 and I think I'm going to pack up my Vinted order now and go walk down and do that, and then I'll do the TikTok shop one later because annoyingly they're at two different locations. So yay! I just got this bag from TikTok shop and it was £5. How cute is that? I'm going to have to move my stuff over into here because it's going to be my new hyperfixation bag for a while. But first of all, let's do the Vinted order because that's playing on my mind. I feel like I've done a lot of book related videos recently, which is fun, but I'm definitely in a bit of a slump with my reading. And I can't remember if I spoke about this in any other thing else, but I feel like it's because I love book talk because, you know, I feel like it's made reading a bigger thing. There's lots of new authors, whatever. Like, I post on book talk, but I also just feel like it's like a very specific type of book is on book talk, and that's the like smutty, easy read romance, which isn't necessarily like my scene. And so I feel like because of my doing the YouTube videos, like reading all of them, I was looking and I've not read nearly as much fantasy this year, and it's all been quite a specific type of book, and because of that, like, I definitely feel like I've been put into a bit of a slump, and I'm just like not too in love with reading currently, and I know that will get better, but I just feel like I need to take a bit of a pause. Saying that, I am planning on starting to read The Summer I Turned Pretty again because the third and final season's out, and I'm finding myself, I'm like the type of person that loves to be like, well, that's different to the book, but I read it quite a while ago. It was like nearly 2 years ago, I think, so I feel like I need to reread it so that I can like fully make those judgments. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just packing my Vinted order and I'm just giving some stickers to go with it because I feel like that's nice. When I said earlier that I want to do a big book haul, I have some fantasy recommendations that I scoured the internet for, and they should be mostly smut free. So I feel like that will be good and should get me back on because I've only had one 5-star read this year, and then pretty much all of my 4-star reads, well, 2 of my 4-star reads were romances, but then 3 of them were fantasy. So I do feel like, although saying that, my 5-star read was a romance, so maybe not. There's only one book, I'm thinking, in that 4 and 5 stars that has smut in it, so yeah. Anyway, nattering on about a whole lot of nothing, I'm gonna finish doing this and then go drop it down. I actually went, and when I dropped my parcel off, I had a little mooch around the library. Hang on. Oh, I thought he was gonna come right on screen. But they literally didn't have anything I was looking for in the fantasy, and then I was kind of tempted because they did have Beth O'Leary books, but I don't know, it wasn't enough to convince me. I think by that point I'd been looking for all the fantasy and I was like feeling sorry for myself. But yeah, that was really nice, and I've just made myself a little iced coffee now, which I'm actually really loving at the moment. And that's, I usually make it like, you know, in 2020 when it was like COVID and everyone did like the whipped coffees, that's usually how I make it because I tend to find that that gives a stronger coffee flavour. But I used my coffee machine today and it's quite good. Like today's turned out quite good. Also, how cute is my like glass? It's like Jellicat inspired. I got it for my birthday. But I do still need to do my TikTok shop one, but I will do that later on. And I think what I'm going to do now is put a load of washing on and then sit down and edit my video for like a good hour probably, and see if I can get that done. And then I'm probably going to start reading The Summer I Turned Pretty, because the next episode's out tomorrow, which is very exciting. I'm curious, are you guys team Conrad or team Jeremiah? Because I'm team Conrad in the books, Jeremiah in the show, which I feel like is like maybe one of the least popular opinions. But imagine you're like showing up, you've got a whole new look, and then the boy you have a crush on goes, eh, I liked you better the other way. Rude boy. Guys, I forgot how good this is. I'm on page 30 already. I'm just eating it up. But the thing is, I forgot like how evil the boys are in this. Like, I say evil, it is very much like normal boy behavior, but like that they leave her out of everything, that Stephen's just so mean like the whole time, and then Jeremiah and like Conrad kind of alternate between standing up for her. But like the way they're all planning and organising a little sleepover, and poor little 10-year-old Belly is like, can I please come? And they're like, no, boys only. It makes me wonder why like no one ever tried to like find friends for Belly in Cousins, because like obviously when we see her in, I can't remember how it goes in the book, but in the show she does the debutante and then she like becomes friends with some of the girls, but then that's like ditched later on. But anyway, but the fact that she's been going for like 16 years and they know that the boys always like leave her out, Miss Girl's just sat at home. Like, what? Why did they never be like, try and, I mean, Susanna knows everyone. She knows who has daughters. It's just weird. It is nearly 12 o'clock and I'm really tired because basically my dog's not very well. He's got like a stomach bug, which is like very weird, but he had it last night and so I was up in the night with him, and me and my mum were like tag teaming it, and thought we were going to be fine tonight, but he's still not well, so I'm staying up just while he needs to be let outside. So I'm just going to keep reading. I'm nearly done. I'm on page 154, and the one thing that's like really striking me about the book is everyone's so mean, but like particularly Conrad is like evil to Belly, and I'm like, I get that I'm usually the like bad brother type, like that's always been my type, but he's just straight up like so rude. Obviously I mentioned earlier the like glasses thing, and then she like comes down for the party and she's wearing a dress and makeup and whatever, and he's like, oh, you're wearing so much perfume and why are you wearing so much makeup, like just before she's going out. And then he's like, oh, the whole like I like your hair messy like a kid. Like, I genuinely don't get what she sees in him. There's moments I guess where they do the protective thing and I'm like, I feel like that should have been written more, because if you're a younger girl and you're like, oh, he's all mysterious, oh but he protects me, like he has a soft spot for me, I get it. But he doesn't. He acts like he doesn't like her and he's like so rude, and I'm like, I don't know what about that it's like appealing to her at all. And Jeremiah's kind of just a wet wipe, I'll be honest. Like, when it's just those two, he's really cute. But he just lets the others be really mean to her. And I'm like, okay. It's time for the Summer I Turned Pretty. I'm so excited.
We and I are making the guest list and we just wanted to know if we should put you down for a post one. No, but
I don't know how I'm gonna do this without her.
This is the most gut-wrenching episode. Oh my Hello. So unfortunately my doggy still isn't very well and we have to stay with him, so I'm not going to the works, but I think it ended up better because I've just done a World of Books order. And first of all, I'm going to read through the list that I created of all the books I want, because I want to read more fantasy and less spice. So all of these are either no or less spice. And then I'll like talk through what I've actually bought and stuff like that. So we've got Twin Flames, Six Crimson Cranes, The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea, Daughter of the Moon Goddess, To Kill a Kingdom, Divine Rivals, Fable, and Heavenly Bodies. And the one I'm most excited for actually is the one that I know for sure has spice, but it's Heavenly Bodies. I feel like I've seen it everywhere. So I ordered Heavenly Bodies, To Kill a Kingdom, The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea, and Six Crimson Cranes from World of Books. And I'm then going to Vinted to try and get Daughter of the Moon Goddess because it's really cheap on there, and potentially Twin Flames, even though my sister has the book. My sister has a lot of these books, so I'm not getting Fable because I know my sister has that. And Divine Rivals apparently is on Kindle Unlimited, so I'll be reading it on there. A lot of them my sister has, but I still kind of want to buy because I read a lot of my fantasy from my sister's bookshelf, and then I feel like I don't really have my own. So yeah, that is the current plan, but I've just spent £20 on it and I want it to come soon. I want them already. I'm so excited. Hi guys, oh my gosh, I'm looking a state today. I got told by my Aura ring when I woke up that I'm showing minor symptoms. So I actually do, it's kind of crazy. Like my Aura ring, I woke up and I was like, oh, I just feel a bit like ugh today. I'm like going down, my mum's like, what's wrong, are you okay, and all of that. And then I check on my Aura ring like I do every morning just to see like how my sleep was, and it's like minor signs, and I was like, ah, okay. Like, yeah, catch it. I think it's like a sore throat because I've got a tiny bit of a sore throat, so I think that's probably what it's alerting me to. I also figured out last night, I was like, oh, I'll start reading Divine Rivals since Beth said it was on Kindle Unlimited. Nope, she lied. But I did have a look through Kindle Unlimited. I literally thought I brought my Kindle in here, but I didn't. And I found one called The Serpent and the Wings of Night, I think it's called. And I read about 5% of it and I'm like really enjoying it. So hopefully that will continue to be good, and then my books should arrive shortly, which is so exciting. Also realised that I never updated you on The Summer I Turned Pretty yesterday because it was such a good episode. I have so many thoughts. I think my main thought is I actually really like Jeremiah and Betty together. Like, I get why people like Conrad, I do. Not in the book, but in the show, I'm like, I get it. But I genuinely think, I'm like, when you watch it, surely, like, I don't know, I just think they're cute together. And I guess, like, it's a bit counterintuitive because I was going to be like, they're very, like, young love, which I guess isn't, you don't usually marry your first, like, your young puppy love. But it just feels so, like, I don't know, they're all giggly, like, all of that. And, like, Conrad's just always moody. Like, he's just always hot and cold. Like, even I know there was an episode, I think, was it last week's episode with the Christmas one, where she was like, oh, I expected him to be gone, and then he wasn't, and then when she didn't expect him to be gone, he was. Like, there's no consistency with the man. And I also just think, like, I've seen a lot of people say this and I agree with it. I think 4 years is way too long a time jump because the characters aren't all that changed, but then you're meant to, like, believe that for 4 years Belly and Conrad just haven't really seen each other, and that he still hasn't got over her. He's what, like, he was 18 at the time, so he's then 22. Between 18 and 22 he's not fallen out of love with her. It's weird to see your ex with your brother, whatever. I don't think that's weird, but I think the fact that he's actively pining after her is weird after 4 years. I hate Laurel. I hate Laurel. She's just evil, because I'm like, whatever, if you don't believe in it, fine, but you're there for your daughter. Like, that's what baffles me. Like, the dad doesn't support it, and he's like saying to Belly, like, oh, I think you're young, whatever, but he's gonna be there. Weird. But I'm not happy that she's not going to Paris. That's ridiculous. I know she initiated it, and I know Jeremiah was like, oh, are you sure, whatever, but I'm like, girl, this is what everyone's saying, this is what everyone's talking about. And it annoyed me so much, because she was like, oh, I don't want to say goodbye to you, like, how am I going to do this? I don't want to go to Paris after we just married. He's like, are you sure? She's like, oh, I don't want to do it, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, okay, I don't want you to go either. And then you see her face like drop, and I'm like, girl, you let him do that. And then I'm watching it, and it's so hard being a Jeremiah ship, because I'm like watching it and I'm like, no, the Conrad fans are gonna use this against Jeremiah when I'm using it against Belly. Like, I think she should go, and I'm like, obviously Jeremiah, but if she's saying I don't want to go, I don't want to go, and he's like, oh, I don't know, I just feel like he walked into a trap there. I genuinely was like, no. Look at me in my little baking outfit. I'm attempting to make my dad's birthday cake. I'm seeing him tomorrow, and I want to do a cake for him. So I've never made and like decorated an entire cake before, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge. We're going to be doing crumb coating and all of that shenanigans, and I don't know why I'm like actually genuinely nervous, because it's not that serious. I'm nervous. Okay, let's have a taste test. That is so yum. Look at this! 2 cakes, oh my gosh. Did you ever plan something and vastly overestimate your patience? Because obviously, as you guys know, I ordered all my books. And then today, this arrived, which I can feel has 2 books in it. And then this arrived, which has 1, and I think it's a hardback. So I'm like, I think that might be my Vinted, but I ordered 1 from Vinted and 4 from Wilder Books. So I was like, oh, I'll wait, because I want to do a haul till they all get here. But now I'm like, I've got these parcels, and all I want to do is open them. Also, talking of books, because I feel like I haven't actually nattered that much about the book that I'm currently reading, and why have I not seen people talking about it? Because literally so far I would say it's like 4.5 star maybe. Like, I'm really enjoying it. The only thing is the pacing is not quite as fast as I want it to be. I feel like there are certain parts where I'm like, let's get to it, let's get to it. It's really interesting. So basically the premise is the book starts with a little girl crying over her family, who the whole houses have been ruined, and like their family had been killed. And there's vampires, and the vampires were going to kill her, but then the king of the vampires came, and he basically took the child and like adopted her, and so he like raised her as his daughter. But what's interesting is that the whole book keeps talking about how kind of vampires have no sentimentality, vampires can't control their bloodlust around humans, and we don't know why the dad is called Vincent. We don't know why he ever saved her, and I'm still like 200 and something pages into the book, and I still don't know. And essentially, because she's brought to the castle and raised there, everyone's a threat to her because she's a human and they're all vampires. And the only way she wants to go see if any more of her family have survived, but he basically, there's like a treaty or of some kind where he can't enter that part of the human district without like probable cause, essentially. So he's not been able to search for her family, and she wants to, but she wanted to be turned into a vampire so that she would like feel, because she's always felt disconnected. But the turning process is like really dangerous, and only, I think it was they said only 1 out of 3 survive it. So the dad's like, no, like I'm not risking that. But what you can do is every 100 years the goddess, this goddess, Nixia I think her name is, I can't remember, runs this like massive sort of competition, and at the end of it you get to have any one wish. And so she wants her wish to be that she like bonds with Vincent in a way that essentially turns her into a vampire without the turning process, so she can then go find her family. But you see her, like again in the games, everyone's a vampire and she's like a human, so there's also magic and stuff like that, and so you kind of watch her struggle. And I just really appreciate the fact that she is a very strong female main character, but then it's also like grounded in realism. She's like iconic, but obviously being around vampires and competing with all of these, like she does keep on getting injured, but it's not like, I'm injured, come save me. It's, I'm injured but I'm gonna do it anyway, which is like so nice, and it's so interesting. And each character sort of has stuff that you're waiting to be revealed, like their intentions. Oh my god, I'm literally loving it. If it was just a little bit faster paced, it would like be a 5-star for me. It's so good. Hello, I am off to London today because I'm going to Bookfest, which I've never been to before, and I am quite nervous, but it should be good. Get to see some publishers. I'm going to try to get my copy of Heavenly Bodies signed, and yeah, just like I said, try and make some connections in the industry if I can, because obviously that's what I'm going into, so I'll let you know. Yeah, I'm already reading. How to weekly vlog, because I just keep forgetting that I'm like recording anything, because I've been doing so many of like the book videos that I've obviously, every time I've been reading the book I've been like, oh, I'm vlogging, but now I like keep forgetting. And I think this is probably going to be the last clip, or like the last talking clip, because yeah, I've been filming this for over a week. I think this is like 2 weeks at this point, but I'm going to a like outdoor musical showcase like thing. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to, but I know that I'm excited about it, and I don't think you can really see that this is my outfit, which I am actually kind of obsessed with. But also my books that I kept on talking about arrived, so I thought I would show you that before I forgot. Okay, so the first book I'm actually reading, oh, I didn't even tell you about Bookfest. Basically Bookfest was such a flop. The author of Heavenly Bodies wasn't even there, and we did actually, the lady was really nice and she gave us this like bookmark, like one of the Waterstones workers, and we did also get a pin, which I have lost. Great, good job Maddie. But yeah, she wasn't there and it was so chaotic. I'm sure if you're in the book world you've heard about how bad Bookfest was, but it was traumatizing to say the least, especially as an autistic girl. Didn't enjoy the crowds, very nearly had a panic attack, and it was terrible. But I have started reading this. I'm like over halfway through. I do feel like it got to the action like immediately. Like the first page I think is literally like, yeah, like it starts you in the action. But I think I was like really into that, but then I feel like the pace, then it was so high and then the pace slowed so much that now I feel like I've mimicked that and I've gone into like a slump and I'm reading it quite slowly. So I'm sure it will pick back. I mean, it has, the drama has picked up back up again, but I'm a little bit just like it has taken me a second to get back into it. Then I got 6 Crimson Cranes, which I don't know anything about, but the book is so gorgeous. The Girl Beneath the Sea, The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. Again, the book itself is so beautiful. I'm literally obsessed with that. To Kill a Kingdom. My sister said this isn't great actually, so whatever, but it's about like pirates I think and sirens and stuff, so that sounds good to me. And then I did end up ordering a physical copy of The Serpent of the Night just because I loved this book so much that I wanted it physical, and it made me really impressed because on Kindle you have no concept really of how long a book is, and I was like, this is a nice chunky book that I read. So I'm actually going to bring Heavenly Bodies with me tonight because we're arriving a lot earlier than we need to, just to make sure we get a seat, because it's all like, it's not seated, well it's not like assigned seating because it's all outside. So we're getting there literally for doors opening, but then from doors opening there's another 2 hours until the show actually starts, so we're all bringing books and we're just going to sit and read, which is the perfect weather for, so can't complain about that. Anyway, ramble over, Let's go to the musicals. We just got recorded. And I got recording. No, you did too. Why is this girl reading at a concert? Do you think he'll call me up and stuff? Maybe.
Subtle and perfect and real. He said, you never knew how wonderful that smile could make someone feel. Good morning to you.
So Beth just revealed to me that apparently I have wrinkles. Nah. Do I have? No, you don't have any. At 22 years of age, I have a I can feel myself frowning now. I have a frown wrinkle. Here's a nice one. No, I don't want a close-up of my wrinkle, Bethany. Right there. And then smile. These ones are good ones because they're smile ones. Okay, I'm done. They have delayed it by 15 minutes because there was an accident and it meant people were late getting here. You've eaten all the good colours.
If you run into my mama, it's not simple to say I don't recognize me. These shoes are not anything like I used to say. If I've been changed for the better, but because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
It's the interval and I'm getting stressed about when this ends. And I feel like we're going to be stuck in the car for ages. I want it to start again. It's dark now. Oh, I think it's about to. Is Michael going to come on? Where's Michael? Michael.
I'd like to share with you this most amazing book. Hello.
Jamie Lloyding it up.
Does anyone know the words to You Can't Stop the Beat?
Yeah!